Hello and welcome back to the next episode of the Aurora C# Uncut Let's Play series, episode number 46. As you know from the last episodes, we are currently at war. We've been holding off enemy forces in Beta Pupus as our main carrier is stranded. We overextended slightly, and that has meant that, unfortunately, we're kind of stranded here. We've taken damage on some of our destroyer escorts, but we've also captured two vessels, which we will hopefully be able to get back to not to Confederation space, but to Republican space. We also continually have our first carrier strike group on the way. We are 23 days out on that, so it's going to be quite a bit of time that the fourth carrier strike group is going to need to do to hold out. We've also detected further contacts in Captain Star. Not only that, we're just going to get right into the episode, by the way. Not only that, but those are troop transports as well. Captain Star jump point. No contacts, actually. Hostile contact update. I don't see any hostiles. We've lost them. Did they move? They might have moved. V-51 Cygni is the main battleground right now. So there are two troop transports over at Captain Star. They do have infantry regiments on them. Now, if we have a look at our captured vessel, so the troop transport, the Alea traders, we're carrying 3 regiments, which is 20,000. So I presume each regiment is probably, we're probably looking at about 6,000 tons each, which is quite interesting to think about. I wonder, could we unload them and use them for ourselves as almost like frontline fighters or slaves, to say. So Beta Pupus now. We're just gonna wait for our carrier to arrive. Okay, we have loaded up further ground forces. We repair the P fire control on the shadeout, which is fantastic. We're now going to make sure that we have everything docked back up. So the interceptors, let's get you docked straight back. We've lost, 75% of our interceptors, which is horrendous, but there's not much I can do in that regard. We also have these two vessels which are very, very damaged here. We need to get the supply vessel to be able to begin repairs. We should still have MSP on both of these, so hopefully whenever they can get their engines back online, we can get them back into formation. But it was still lost quite a few vessels, which is definitely unfortunate. We're continuing to repair on the Alea Ultras. Now, the Alea Ultras, we didn't board it, it surrendered, so it has a full crew available to it. If we have a look at the actual ship design, it should have its crew. Yeah, crew is completely there, so we can make use of it relatively easily. Distance travel, fuel amount, maintenance, crew casualties. Oh yeah, about 165 people have died though. Okay. The engine is not back online yet. I don't think so. We have some engines online, but not all of them. There were a total of 8 engines. We're trying to repair the other ones, so that'll take a little bit of time. So let's keep an eye on these guys because they're just kind of sitting here quite menacingly. If they approach, we'll deal with them. If they do not approach, then we will not deal with them. I'm taking very small increments, and that will mean that our carriers will be a longer way out, but I need to make sure that we don't have any issues in regards to this. So we just had another beam fire control on the shade out MIPS. Where is it? The new... the shade out MIPS, or MAPES. It's a 30,000 ton cruiser escort. We're trying to get the active sensor online. We need to focus on getting the internal fusion drives. The active sensor would also obviously be really, really useful here, but that is less priority than the main engines. Main engines are going to be priority. They're going to probably take quite a bit to repair, but hopefully we can get at least one of them online and ready to go. Okay, we repaired a ECM-3, interesting. Beta Pupus, new alien ship classes detected. That is 4 troop transports and then 4 escorts. if I remember correctly, the Reverend Mother Gaia's class, if we have a look over on the Kingdom of Boughton, the Reverend Mother Gaia's class is a point defense ship, okay? So, if we should be able to close in relatively easily, and then we can destroy the rest. I would like to get those troop transports, because if we can, like, we're not in a great situation right now with these carriers, the carrier and the group. But if we can use our advantage of being behind enemy lines, we can kill these troops before they can ever get to anywhere to fortify or prepare. And these ships here are going quite slow. What ordnance do we have that is available to us? So we know we have the armor stats here. We know the armor is got 11 layers of armor. So we want to be hitting some of the other vessels otherwise. So what do we have? We have first, second, third strike squadrons. No, we don't have 4 carrier. So we have 4 strike squadrons, and we should have enough ordnance to fire. Let's see, fire fleet to fire 2 salvos. Okay. So that is what I am going to be doing here. I'm going to launch the 10th and all of the other strike squadrons, and we are going to try and get ourselves some kills against the enemy. Now, because they're escorting larger troop transports, their actual effective speed is a lot less in a lot of regards. So hopefully we can actually be able to score some hits and do some damage here. I'm going to direct, because of their speeds though, and because of the technological advantage they do contain over us, that will mean that our opponents will essentially be able to, how do I say this, that they will have the ability to dodge most of the missiles. So we need to be cognizant of that fact, and we need to dedicate a significant amount of the missiles to other targets. Now, we know that those are defensive. So on the Shade Out Mapes class, if we have a look at that, Shade Out Mapes, where is that? Yeah. It just has 4 railguns, and we know the range of those railguns. We don't know the tech on the Reverend Mother Gaia's class vessels, so I'm going to hold off on attacking the Shade Out Mapes, because I think that our destroyers can practically handle that. Okay, we are within range. Prepare to fire primary ordnance. So we're going to open fire everything onto the Reverend Mother Gaia's class, assign that to the fleet, open fire fleet. They're also smaller, so they should take less hits to actually do damage to. And, oh, are we not within range? Is that the problem? Because of ECM? Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, missiles are now away. Ceasefire the fleet and head back. We don't have the fuel to be dilly-dallying out here, so we need to get back to the carrier. But ordnance is now away. Hopefully we should score a kill here. It's coming in, and nearly to contact. And target is down. 39 nuclear detonations, and we destroyed the Reverend Gaia's class vessel. Okay, well that softened them up enough that I feel confident with sending forward destroyers to begin an assault. Now obviously we took 2 destroyers worth of damage against our vessels, right? So that was the Chivalrous, which currently is very, very damaged and will need to be taken out. And then the Partridge, which is also damaged and needs more repairs. But we still have destroyers. We should still have some destroyers remaining. So we have the 1st Destroyer Escort Squadron, which has 3 Aegis C class vessels. They are located they're located with the carrier group. So I'm going to order these guys to move towards the contacts. And in fact, we're going to be following them with a minimum distance of 60,000 kilometers. Now, we know that 2 of their vessels' max range is 40,000 kilometers, so we can stay outside of their range with our longer range weaponry and hit them from afar, which should yield a winning result for us. So we're going to head to that. That will take us 2 hours to arrive to the target. And then we will destroy all of the troop transports when we can get to them. Okay, the strike squadron has completed orders. Let's make sure we get them straight onto the carrier because we need to immediately begin rearmaments. Rearmaments and resupply. So London assign mothership as subfleet, and then do the exact same. We don't need the Ontario's here. I believe we can just use our range advantage to cut through the enemies rather easily. So I'm honestly not that afraid of my my enemies here. We're also going a lot faster than them because they're escorting those much larger troop transports, so that does allow us to chase them down relatively easily. Okay, we are closing within range. Closing in. Okay, we are within range. Well, not within range, but we're getting very, very close to. I'm not sure what the Reverend Mother has. It may just have normal point defense. If so, that was a waste of missiles. If not, we have to be very careful otherwise. Okay, we are closing in. Okay, we are practically speaking within range now. Prepare to open fire. Where is the destroyer escorts? Destroyers are ready. I want to make sure I unassign all the Aegis guns. And then we're going to assign the target of the Reverend Mother class. Assign that to the fleet. Open fire fleet. 10 hits. So far, Rangers are looking good. Did the vessel drop out? No, doesn't look like it. 4 more hits. We have a 11% chance to hit at this range. Okay, they're starting to fire on us. So they have they are, did they speed up? Follow. We need to follow the shade out MIPS then. That was unnecessary armor damage we took. Contacts. Shade out MIPS, Reverend Mother, follow. Minimum distance, 60,000 kilometers. Okay. Looks like some of their troop transports have attempted to make a break for it. Do we have interceptors available with fuel? Not enough fuel, realistically speaking. If they get closer, we could do something. Okay, we continue to hit them. Mainly just normal impacts here. But yeah, we're able to outrange them and we're just kind of goading them through here. What's the range to target? 60 million kilometers. We can send the interceptors to go handle that. Launch interceptors. Head towards troop transports. Distance 73 million. Yep, you should be fine there. And then we're just going to keep hitting our opponents as much as we can. We're getting more armor hits on. It's going to take a long time because we have very low actual chance to hit. Now we do have a decent chance to hit, 40% chance now. So it's going to take us a decently long time. We took hits. What happened? Oh, fuck. Yeah, this is the problem when one of them comes out of... we just took damage to an engineering space. Luckily, it was just an engineering space. 006, okay. Yeah, this is... The follow warders are really finicky in a lot of ways. So contact 006. Follow 60,000 kilometers. Then I want you to fire onto the Shade Out Mapes class. Assign that to the fleet. Shade Out Mapes, and then you guys can just continue to fire. There we go. Okay, that works. Intercept's also on the way. So yeah, we shouldn't have taken so much damage. This should have gone a clean operation, but just how the game works is kind of annoying in regards to this. But yeah, we're just going to continue to hit them. Those will take a while to get through, though, due to that armor classification. Interceptors, ETA, 1 hour. Okay, so probably we'll be done with this combat in an hour. But, you know, what can you do at the end of the day? Hit, 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 hit. More hits. And we're just going to keep doing this over and over and over as we continue to eat through them. Just armor hits, armor hits, armor hits, armor hits, armor hits. Yeah, we're not able to get through the armor that easily because of the fact that it's got like 13 layers of armor or something ridiculous. I think 11 layers of armor. Okay, we're actually starting to penetrate with some hits now, which is good news. Yeah, now we're starting to penetrate through, which is fantastic. More hits being scored. More penetrating hits going through. 2 more penetrating hits. Continue to fire. And yeah, this is going pretty well. Secondary explosion, and the Shade Out Mapes, that vessel is now destroyed. Switch your fire to the other one. Assign that to fleet. And continue firing. Okay, we have interceptors on the way to deal with troop transports that are attempting to flee. It took a lot of hits to kill that the Shade Out Mapes class. But once we have, it'll be pretty damn good for us, and then we can finish off all these troop transports. Hopefully a few of them also could surrender to us, which would be a fantastic news. We should really put 30cm guns. With how effective these are being, I'm also thinking we should refit the Aegis Seas into giving them 300mm cannons instead of the current cannons, because that extra range would just really help them here, and also the extra damage that they would be able to cause. Yeah, because we're not scoring that many hits on them, which is kind of the problem. Because we're only firing 24 shots and only like 13% of them hit. Sometimes we get 7 hits, and that's pretty big. But, you know, it's not a foregone conclusion in that regard, so that's always an issue. The interceptors will finish off these, and maybe we'll go kill the Reverend Mother, but I'm not going to risk any more interceptor deaths. We can't risk losing any vessels at this stage would be detrimental to the effectiveness of what we currently have here. Again, we need to hold out, even if holding out means also killing anything that tries to come through. Energy weapon impact, energy weapon impact. Just continuing to hit as much as we can onto that vessel. And then once it's, okay, we're starting to penetrate now, so it should be over somewhat shortly. 6 more armor hits. No hits there. 7 hits. 4 hits. Actually got penetration through, that's fantastic. Another penetration hit. Now we're slowly starting to get through the armor, and then we'll be able to destroy the vessel from the inside. And now we're starting to get in. And now it's slowed. 3 hits. Okay, now we can tell the destroyers to hold. Contacts. Shoot our mapes. Follow. We're going to do 50,000 kilometers. And then we're going to have them ordered to fire. Yep, there we go. We fired and we destroyed the vessel. Now we will open fire on the two troop transports. This time, though, we're going to use all of our weapons. Assign all, assign fleet. Move to contacts 006, 005. So we will follow those as well. Yeah, 240 weapon impacts. 240, 240. 24 strength 4 hits. Okay, that's a troop transport destroyed. And then we're going to go in and destroy the next troop transport. Contacts. Make sure we're actually following them, though. We do want to follow. And then reroute fire on to the next troop transport assigned to fleet. And open fire. So many shots we have to do to get through. And we should now have destroyed it. Okay, we successfully destroyed the vessel. So that's another troop transport dead. I'm going to send the destroyers now to finish off the Reverend class that's just kind of sitting there after I think one of its engines blew out. So we're going to follow into a 50,000 kilometer minimum range. And then the Ontarios, we're going to have them reroute over to attack the contacts. Follow, we're going to have them reroute and attack the troop transports here. They'll arrive there in very shortly, actually. Oh, yes, let's tell our destroyers to quickly cease fire. Cease fire, fire controls. Okay, we're now following them with our interceptors. Okay, I'm going to tell the interceptors now open fire. Open fire on 0012, assigned to fleet. Open fire, fire control. Oh, I need to assign that to the entire fleet, don't I? Assign to fleet. Fire, yeah, just keep the fire up from that point. Just consistent hits on the armor will obviously help us out here. With our primary railguns. Okay. I'm starting to penetrate now, which is fantastic. We had a lot of little needle hits with these. What do you mean out? Are we... is the damage too much because of the sustained amount of fire they have to do? For some of them it is, yeah. Fine. Fleets, go back. Land on assigned mothership or subfleet. Assigned mothership or subfleet. We'll have the destroyers finish them off then. They can't escape, so... There's no fear that they will be able to get away from our destroyers or from our interceptors either, once we've repaired them up. Okay, we're closing within range right now with our destroyers to finish off the last military vessel. Primary gun is now in range. Select target, assign to fleet, open fire the fleet. And we're hitting them. And target was destroyed. Fantastic news. So that's 4 more military ships dead. We didn't lose a single vessel for it. And we managed to... We're going to be able to score those life pods as well, which is more juicy prisoners. Let's move over to the rest of the troop transports and let's finish them off. And then we've wiped out another fleet, which is fantastic. Because these fleets are going to be heading over to... They could be potentially invading Sol. You know, these fleets could head to Evie Lacerta. They could head to Bernard Star. They could head to our Sol sector and start attacking our ships. So every regiment we kill, every troop transport we destroy is a great thing for us. I'm interested. We don't have any missile tubes, do we? No, we don't. Okay, we're now within range. Let's kill the 12th first. Send it back. Might as well go for the one that's weakest. Follow. And then finish this troop transport off here. Okay, we're right on top. Weapons ready. Open fire. Assign it to fleet. Open fire fleet. Okay, there we go. 46 penetrating hits. 6. And ship has been destroyed. Okay, next target. Head towards contacts. This one, finish these guys off. But yeah, I'm really impressed actually by how effective the Aegis has been. So I'm thinking we need to make some refit and change designs to actually incorporate more of this, because I was initially thinking, before all of this combat happened, maybe we should rip the 120 centimeter guns off and just give more point defense weapons. But with how this war is looking and how this is going, I'm starting to think the opposite. We should add more anti-ship weapons in conjunction with point defense weapons. Okay, we're now within range. Prepare to fire. Assign to fleet. Open fire fleet. Fire. 264 hits. Penetrating through here. Oh yeah, go for the other one then. That's moved away, hasn't it? Assign that to fleet. Fire, 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 fire. I'm surprised none of them have surrendered yet. Hostile ship contact change. We destroy one of its engines. And ship destroyed. We can assume that for every ship we destroy, that's 3 more regiments we're killing, essentially. 3 more infantry regiments that will not be able to make it towards any colony or do anything. Okay, now we're going to kill the last one. Yep, assign to fleet. And fire. Ship destroyed. Okay, fantastic news. Who's in command of this, by the way? Captain Amber Davy of the 1st Destroyer Escort Squadron, scoring many hits. I'm sure if we check over with, if I look in the medals, right? So Captain Davy, Amber Davy. Yeah, look at those medals. So, suffer internal damage. He served for 10 years. He originally joined up in 2226, almost 20 years ago at this point. Was assigned as a commanding officer of a Growler early warning craft. Was then assigned to a frigate in protection of one of the colonies. Was then assigned to a destroyer on the front lines, the McKay, and then has been fighting ever since on that destroyer. He has managed to destroy 50,000 tons of shipping. Destroyed 5 ships, 127 armor taking. And he's destroyed our ship. He's a results-driven, determined man with a very high promotion score. And you know what? I'm gonna give him a field promotion. Amber Davies, you're getting promoted to Commodore. Commodore Amber Davies, for his brave work in commanding and leading the 1st Destroyer Escort Squadron in combat. But yeah, now we're gonna go grab all the life pods. All of these juicy life pods, so let's do that right now. Rescue survivors, and then, well, he's not really rescuing, we're more just capturing and imprisoning them, and then we're going to take them back to the Republic, when we can. There we go. So go grab all of those. I'm sure the aliens aren't too happy by the fact that we've been dumpstering all of their troop transports before they can even get anywhere. So yeah, let's have them go now and begin repairs. Well, not repairs, but begin rescuing survivors. 4th Ontario interceptors have arrived back, which is fantastic news. How much longer until we can get these other vessels and stuff online and moving? Still trying to repair that. The troop transport, we're trying to get that back on the way more. Its main engines are basically alright, so we can begin to move it at some point. Let me have a look at the Partridge though. The Partridge, trying to repair that engine. It's 800 cost, so it's not going to be able to do so with the MSP that is remaining. The Chivalrous is damaged with a 600 cost drive. That's going to require quite a bit of MSP. I don't think we have the MSP to spare. Oh, we actually do on the Chivalrous and on the Partridge, so priority should be on these engines. Get the engines working, and then we can begin to look elsewhere. Let's get repairs on the McKay. Armor status has really fell through on the McKay here. It's taking a lot of hits, a lot of hits. But yeah, really great work there from Amber Davey. And for the entire fleet for securing, for securing all these vessels, right? Rescuing the survivors. Now we're just going to do 20-minute increments while we grab them all. Also, rescuing the survivors gives us intelligence points on our enemy as well, which is really, really useful. Which helps finding out exactly what they know, or what they may know. There we go, we complete orders. So if we have a look over on the 1st Destroyer Escort Squadron, we have 1,327 prisoners of war. 79,000 Republican survivors, though. What's the fuel like? We have 45% fuel, which gives it a range of about 9 billion kilometers. Or 4.5 effective. We can move to one of the planets with these destroyers and then offload some stuff. I don't want to risk that though. If we send the destroyers away, then we're exposing our carriers or our carrier to unnecessary harm. What we can send away though is potentially this troop transport, which I would be interested to see if that's something that we could potentially do. How long would that take to move? You could try move. Yeah, that'll take you 10 days to move over. Which I'm not really feeling, but yeah, I'm going to have you stop and I'm going to have you go with the carrier and move to that location to be defended. But yeah, overall, a really successful next engagement. And once we get some salvages in here, once we've retaken this area, that'll be a fantastic situation for us. So yeah, let's get the carrier back in. And destroyers back in, everything back to where it needs to be. Okay, troop transport has arrived. And then Destroyer Escort Squadron is also arriving. Destroyer Escort Squadron has arrived. And now we wait. We wait. Because as combat goes and as stuff happens... we had a 5-day increment though. Not 5-day increment, but we had an increment. Yeah, a lot of fuel problems at the moment, insufficient crew training. Yeah, we don't have the correct amount of crew accommodation for everything that we do need. We need the 1st Carrier Strike Group to relieve our forces here. We are still waiting on that. That's 20 days out. What is their current location? They're in Lumen still right now, so I'm going to do 8-hour increments until we get our carriers back. Every day that goes by, the carriers get closer and closer to here, or the carrier, which once we can relieve this area, we'll be in a much better situation. The Chivalrous and the Partridge, still not been able to repair either of the drives, which is definitely unfortunate. But we're going to continue to increment along here. The 27th of May at the moment, so we're just going to do We can do 8-hour increments automatically. 14, 22 hours, 23. Okay, we just did another 5 days, so it's been 5 days again. So it looks like that they'll arrive somewhat shortly. What's the current distance from target? 13.5 days. They're in Bernard Star right now. They will be in Captain Star soon. Now, once they're in Captain Star, we do have possible hostile contacts, so we need to be aware of that. Okay, first carrier group is now arrived and is heading towards V51H Cygni. So let's continue doing our 8-hour increments. We will relieve our Brontide and our other vessels as best as we can here. We also have Natal PAs with ground forces that we can possibly transport over. Okay, we are 10 days out from the system. Okay, we detected vessels. Beta Pupus. Salvagers. Reverend Mother's Warhorse. Other vessels. So they've sent more stuff. Yeah, more vessels indeed. Okay, the Reverend Mothers we can deal with. The Shade Out Mapes we can deal with. The Warhorses we can't deal with for now. So we have to wait for them to close in. I'm not sure what kind of vessels the Warhorses are, but we need to attack them and weaken them as much as we can, so that we can then close in with destroyers to continue assisting, essentially. So let me have a look at Kingdom of Bouts and ship classes. The Warhorse. What kind of vessel is the Warhorse? Particle beams. Long range 300,000 kilometer particle weapons. That is deadly. Very, very, very deadly. I have a strategy, but I'm not sure if it would work. Anything on the salvagers? No, just salvager classes. Okay. We'll wait for them to close in first. Okay, that's not good. That's a lot more vessels. A lot more vessels, which have a lot more capabilities on them. Okay. The Chivalrous is still out there, relatively undefended. Clayed Up Mips, please tell me you got your engines back online. You do not. This is a problem indeed. A very, very big problem. Baldwin, more contacts detected. We need that carrier to get here. That's a lot more vessels than I was expecting. And they're moving pretty damn fast towards our location. Both of them are. We may lose the entire fleet here before our carriers can arrive. I'm going to just put an order in here for... we've already got more ships on the way here. We're going to need a lot more to deal with this. Well, we're going to fight to the last man, and we will fight them as much as we can here. Those enough funds will rip us apart if they get within range. That's bloody sure. What's effective missile range right now? Terrier, Strike Squadron. We have missiles available. No, we don't. Well, on these squadrons, missiles. We've run out of missiles. We've run out of most of our missiles. Yeah, we are out. While the fuel, missiles. We just have beam weapons left. Okay. Launch the interceptors. Launch interceptors. Oh no, not those interceptors. My bad. I keep selecting this by mistake. Join the fleet, but yeah, launch what interceptors we have left. Destroyers ready. Ready to fight, ready to go. Brontide class is also ready. This is an overwhelming force that I do not believe that we will be able to defend against. So it's, this is going to be very, very hard to deal with. B-51 Signy. Detected, the Reverend Mother. Yeah, more contacts have been detected. They're closing their range in against us. Our reinforcements will not arrive in time. Oh, crap. Secondary explosion. The musketeer has been destroyed. I incremented too far. Musketeer McKay destroyed. Liam Howard got to an escape pod. Amber Davey got to an escape pod. Fire everything. Open fire. Interceptors. Ontario interceptors. Open fire. Launch all strike squadrons. 11th, 12th, 13th. These guys can't fire their missiles, but we're going to try and just, like, get them out as quick as possible. Waypoint 4. Drone subfleet. Once there's drone subfleet, move to location with all due haste. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like our luck's finally caught up to us. Damage report, we've taken damage there. Narwhale has been attacked. We fired our own attempts back. The destroyer escort squadron, the Narwhale is the only one left. Fire on the funds. Brontide's been hit. Significant armor damage. 80 shots occurred. As soon as they reload and they get those back, they're going to absolutely murder us. 80 more shots on target. 39 armor hits. Okay, we're continuing to hit them as best as we can here. 70 impacts. One of the funds has been penetrated through. Bouldering class, ship destruction. Armor damage. We've taken more armor hits onto the one side. Baldwin attack report. Did we manage to destroy that vessel? Baldwin the fund. Yeah, we did, I think. Some kind of vessel anyway. Yeah, we destroyed a Baldwin. Amber Davey may be dead here after getting a medal. Okay, continue to hit the funds. We will kill as many of them as we can. Yep, there we go. Brontide was attacked by energy weapons. Damage per hit 24. Brontide's dead. The Brontide's dead. 7 penetrating hits. A secondary power explosion ripped through it. Marine boarding platoons were destroyed. The first ever Brontide destroyed in the first ever full-scale war. Quite the achievement, so to speak. Open fire, just interceptors, do your best. Open fire, all. Do we even have active sensor lock anymore? We don't. We do, actually. We have some kind of active sensor lock of some kind. The enemy vessels are retreating. They seem to be. Enemy vessels have retreated. Or moved away. The narwhale is the only survivor. Active sensors off. Active sensors off. Actives off. Narwhale, head towards the 10th Strike Squadron. Interceptors, head towards the 10th. Ceasefire. The only chance we have now is for the survivors is to hold out for as long as possible. Actually, we can rescue people. Narwhale. Life pods. Rescue crew members from the Brontide. Rescue McKay, Musketeer, and then any of the Growlers that crew members you can get. We can save the crew. We can save crew members, crew lives. Okay, we managed to rescue multiple commanders as well. Complete orders. Let's get the Quebec. Yeah, get the Quebec. Rescue those. Rescue the Baldwin. Head towards the 10th Strike Squadron. Okay, we've rescued many survivors. Yeah, we're carrying 1,000 survivors. Okay, they seem to be ignoring us. The troop transport's being hit. They destroyed their own troop transport, so that's on them. Let's just get out of here. We can outrun them. We can outrun them. I'm not sure we can outfuel them, but we can outrun them. Active sensors are off as well. The problem is they're able to detect at some pretty significant range. What's the range right now on their res ones? Yeah, they have a pretty significant range on that. So we need to get the hell out. There's also these destroyers are still around, but they've not really do it. So I'm going to try and lead them away using the narwhale. You are a hero, Captain Anthony Bruce, fleeing, attempting to pull them away from the fighter survivors who are fleeing themselves. What's the range? 3 million kilometers. We need to get these guys away, like away. Waypoint 6. 10th Strike Squadron. You should have enough range to get there. Fast as you can, guys. Okay. Is the shootout Mapes any use? Can we use this vessel? No. So the enemies use long recharge rate particle weapons. So that is to devastating degrees of effect. Okay, let's tell the narwhale to shut up for a little bit because it is kind of annoying me. Let's put that on ceasefire. Okay. Now we can outrun them with our vessels. We've actually got speed advantage, which is kind of funny to think about. Because before we did not. So the range on those Res 1s, if we have a look, so the range on the Res 1s is 34 million kilometers. So we need to still move another, we need to move another 50 million kilometers before they will stop detecting us. 3.7. 10th Strike Squadron. Head to waypoint 7. And then you head to waypoint 7. 4th Carrier Strike Group, I want you to head in the opposite direction. Head for waypoint 8. With luck, with some goddamn luck, Hopefully the Narwhal will be able to survive and keep the survivors of these battles alive. Okay, well, we're attempting to flee. We have partial contacts. The warhorses, they're a lot slower than us though, so we'll be able to handle that relatively easily, in my opinion. How is the intelligence gathering going in Vega? Pretty decently well, from what I can tell. Let me have a look at ship, kingdom of Bouts and systems populations of Vega. Current intelligence points, yeah, max. Okay, Beta Pupus. I knew this day would come where we would lose a carrier in the field, but I did not expect it to be this day. Okay, we're attempting to flee on both sides. Okay, they've lost detection. They lost detection of the Interior and the Aardvarks. Aardvarks, halt. Interior's halt. At least the squadron survived, that's something. Unfortunately, the Chivalrous and the Destroyer are gonna be they're forfeit. At the end of the day, there is nothing we can do. They don't have a way to defend themselves really, with no speed. So I'm gonna give the order. Abandon ship. Abandon ship. Abandon ship. And if they want to destroy their own vessel, they can go ahead and destroy their own vessel, but I'm abandoning the ship there. That's the decision I've made in those regards. Now we can outrun them. It'll just take a lot longer otherwise. Yep, shade out Mapes class. They destroyed their own vessel there. And now we've lost contact. Active sensors are off on both sides. And I think that's where I'm going to leave the episode off, as the enemy forces counterattack breaks through our blockade of the jump point. The Narwhal, with the brave survivors carrying nearly 1,000 personnel away from the battlefield. More than 1,000. 2,000 Federalist Republicans and 1,100 captured prisoners on the Narwhal. Including the officers that were commanding the vessels there. The first carrier strike group now looks to hopefully relieve and fight back, but we're going to need a lot more if we're going to continue this war. As you can see here, the first carrier strike group now on its way. It's 8 days out from the main battlefield. I'll see you guys next time. Please don't like, comment, subscribe. Really does help me out. And yeah, it's been a really great episode. Hopefully we can do better than the next one. Bye. And special thanks to members Altugo 1101, King Schrozer, Luis Neto, Impassive 9001, Grafmania, Petit Juanito, Fishik, Alex Roberts, and Doodle SM. Thanks to your support, we're able to keep the channel going.